October 3rd at his house will be a grand dinner.
This coming weekend, we've got the
feast.
at the Collingwood Art Center.
Huh?
This Saturday, 7 o'clock, Lee over at with Central in the Collingwood Presbyterian.
Okay. And I'm going to be featured this dinner. Food. The next person on the list is Knowledge.
Good evening, everyone. Knowledge. King's new officer when Lord's enemy denounced God's elite. Knowledge. I have 2 older poems and 1 new. This one has become a favorite of mine recently, so I would like to read it. Blood in my eyes, tornado sword of death, critical point of interest, interested in affliction of addiction, delivery impossible due to desert condition, dry mouth leads to dehydration and organ failure, then eventually death. Crime scene recreated due to high winds and sandstorms. CSI murder core depicting pain inflicting. Some can't fathom the distinction of depiction of pain infliction. So they turn away, protecting their weak stomachs and fragile morality. I feel the energy back alive in my weapon. I speak of my art as a gifted curse, blessed by the Almighty and perfected by Satan. He speaks to me asking for souls. So I slash through crowds and watch the ground soak in its sacrifice. Meditate to prevent those souls return to my subconscious as I lay defenseless through nightly slumber. Never children, sometimes women, only if they're not mothers. These are my rules, though I have been commissioned top dollar for aforementioned victims. I battle this temptation with conviction. Have not the way of the world, yet dwell on things of a higher plane. Deceased is better than not being alive while living. Taking all the oxygen from healthy lungs. Me, I am a grim reaper, a walking euthanasia, Dr. Death with a smile. Generations revelations, evil's intention at ambition. Me, I am democracy, the bloodiest religion. Today is sort of a special day for me. So I'll read the special one last, and this one is dedicated to that same person. So this one is a little on a lighter note. It's called The First Time. Tracking through memories of past loves. My first love was a beautiful young girl who was simply explained a female version of myself. She was born in November, 10 days before I entered this world to be exact. Her father was named Kenneth, so was mine. She had 3 sisters and was second to the youngest. I have 3 brothers and I am the second to the youngest. She was naturally a gifted artist, so was I. I wonder if she kept up with her artwork. I loved her as I loved myself, maybe more. She was all that I ever wanted to know at the time. Her beauty, her intelligence. I wanted to paint her portrait on the inside of my eyelids so I can even see her when I blinked. I gave her my heart. I gave her my all. Maybe that was too much for a 16-year-old girl still figuring out what the world has in store for her. I see her this day still. I remember her touch. Her gaze strikes me deeply inside. She looks exactly the same as she did when I fell in love with her, as if God froze her in time, that I may forever remember the happiest time in a young boy's life, when I fell in love for the first time. So I read this one maybe a month or so ago, but today is this day in the poem, so going to read it for today. Do you have this fear, the fear of being left alone with your thoughts? Example. I sat down today staring at the sky, thinking to myself, where are clouds born and where do clouds go to die? I think they die from dehydration. That's just my opinion. Other silly thoughts race through my head, race through my mind, like the 80s cartoon, He-Man. I wonder, did Prince Adam really have the power, or were that the side effects from steroids? Guess we'll never know. Thanks a lot, 1980s. You will forever remain the decade of regret in most people's mind. Other things thought about today were my upcoming anniversary. Of what you asked, me losing my virginity, of course. September 22nd, 1997. I was 15, she was the same. We gave each other the most sacred thing a person can own. She was my first love. She still holds a piece of my heart, that fucking bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. This is exactly what I mean. The brain and heart are the same exact thing, but we made up an imaginary object that controls feelings and emotions. But anyway, these thoughts I fear are dangerous. Something as simple as cloud procreation turns into evil, confusing feelings of the past. Thoughts, I don't trust them. Thank you. Yeah!